Welcome to the final video in our business recovery planning series. So in the previous videos, we've worked through each of the core areas of the business recovery plan that you will need to focus on and what they include. So now what we all need to do is pull it all together into a cohesive plan with goals, actions, and something that I love, which is accountability. So your business recovery plan is much more detailed than your business plan. As you get down into the nitty-gritty of the detail for each department for your business. So the key thing here is that we make sure that your goals are SMART. So they're specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. That needs to be applied to every goal that you set. And all the actions need to be assigned to someone responsible. So someone needs to take responsibility for that action or that component being done within a specific period of time. Goals and actions need to be updated regularly through a regular review process. At this stage, we're recommending that this is done monthly for at least the next 6 months. So like when we were talking about cash, the environment is so fluid at the moment that quarterly is even too long for review of goals and actions. So do it monthly for the next 6 months, and then fingers crossed we'll be back to a bit more of a normal environment, maybe, and we can move to quarterly after that. So when we pull it all together, what does it look like? Well, depending on your circumstances, your package should include your personal budget, your business forecast, your risk register, your business continuity plan, your business recovery plan, and depending on the size of your business, an up-to-date organization chart. So here's an example of what a business recovery plan might look like. So first of all, we have an executive summary, which talks about the impact in the current environment for the business. That's pretty much just a summary of what's going on. Then the business owners section. So this is where your personal budget information comes in terms of what you need, and that you can see is on the basis of now under a COVID scenario and in 3 years when hopefully, fingers crossed, things return a little bit more to normal. It also covers the role that the owner is working and the hours and number of weeks a year that they're working. You can see it also covers off where potentially new finance might be needed for the business. Then we have the moving into the business cash flow side of things. So what you can see is that this works in from our bottom up, where we talked about the increase or decrease in cash, other cash movements, loans, asset purchase sale or sales, drawings, i.e. what you needed in the earlier section, which gets us to net profit. And then tax on that, net profit before tax, overheads, gross profit percentage, right up till we get what revenue we need. Then the next step, which is not reflected here, is breaking that down on a quarter by quarter basis. Then we have the critical KPIs that the business needs to achieve to be successful through this period, the 5 key opportunities that were identified, the 5 key vulnerabilities that were identified, and the 2 to 3 critical challenges. We also then have by department, so those were each of the 10 areas that we outlined in the risks video. We have the risks that we've identified for that area, the goal that we want to achieve in respect of those risks, broken down to those that we want, things we want to do in the next 90 days, the actions, who's responsible, and by when. So what you can see from this is that this section is quite detailed. It requires quite a lot of work. It requires quite a bit of soul searching, looking at the business and understanding what's going on. Then there's the bottom 5 departments of the business. So it's not a small task, but what it does demonstrate is that we have actively reviewed our business, we've identified where the problems are, and we have something in place and know how we're going to mitigate or minimize the impact of that risk on our business. So what you can see from that quick little run through is that your business recovery plan pulls all those individual aspects that we've just gone through into one comprehensive document that you use to guide your business and your actions over the coming months. It's important to note that it all depends on your business. You may not need every individual aspect of that plan or component of that plan. So, for example, if you don't have a team, you don't need an organizational chart. What's important is that you establish what's right for your business, for you, and what combination of these things you need and who will do them. Critical thing that probably determines a lot of this is what you need to meet the requirements for the small business cash flow loan, the wage subsidy extension, or any future lending that you want to look at taking out. So it's important to note that the wage subsidy extension, the small business cash flow loan, and bank lending from the majority of the big four banks require that you have a business continuity plan and a business recovery plan in place for your business to support the viability of your business moving forward. So if you've applied for any of these schemes and don't have these in place, we suggest you get a wiggle on and get your ducks in a row before WINS or IRD come looking for this information. Now, there's a lot in there. We've covered little bits and we've done it in a way to share that knowledge. But I understand that this can all be overwhelming. And the problem is that a lot of business owners just don't know where to start. So we can help you in getting everything in place. You don't have to pay us to do that. We, as I've mentioned throughout all of these videos, can provide you with templates so that you can do this all yourself. The next step is that you do it yourself and develop your plans and you get us to review them. Then if you want to go right into it, we've got one-on-one workshops where we can work with you to help develop your business continuity plan and your business recovery plan and ensure that you have everything in place. And also that you have accountability, so you actually do what you say you will do. Now that's actually one of the most important things, because having these plans is all great, but if we don't actually take action on them and we don't have someone holding us accountable to those actions, guarantee they go in the drawer and they get forgotten. Now last but not least is we have our business reboot program that we're launching in the next couple of weeks. Now what that is a program where we will supply you with everything that you need to get a business continuity plan and a business recovery plan in place. We will help you do that and walk you through the process. You'll have live Q&A sections with us, and in 6 weeks, if you do the work that you need to do, you will have both of those plans in place. Now we have put the link for that program below. If you're interested, have a look, get in touch, and let's get you sorted. And most important thing is that you have what you need to get your business through this recovery period so that when things start to improve, you can thrive. Any questions? Need some help? Get in touch with us and we'll get you sorted.